All right, my friends, here is the tutorial for the first question about the piano. So if you listen to this tutorial, I will give you the answer in the end. You will get this question right. All right, here we go. A moving company needs to lift a 100-kilogram piano to the top floor of an apartment building. They set up a rope and pulley system and pull the piano up. If the tension in the rope is positive 3,280 newtons, what is the acceleration of the piano? And then they tell you how to enter your answer into the form. So there's 3 steps to solving a vertical motion problem. All right, you have 3 steps. Just follow these 3 steps for all of these problems. Ready? Step 1, draw the free body diagram. It'll help you visualize what's going on here. So you always use a dot to represent your object. This is the piano. It's being pulled up by a rope. So there's going to be tension in that rope. That's your upward force. Okay, and then the downward force for every single problem is going to be weight. Weight is the force of gravity trying to pull the object back towards the center of the earth. So all of your free body diagrams are going to look like this. You're always going to have weight on the bottom, and then the upward force is going to be tension, or it could be air resistance if something's falling through air, or it could be the buoyant force if it's falling through water. All right, and then step 2 is to look at your known variables and calculate things that you don't know. So you do know the mass is 100 kilograms, but you don't know the weight. You can solve for the weight by multiplying mass times gravity. So that's step 2. You need to solve for the weight of every object. Okay, so in this case, weight is going to be 100, which was the mass, times 9.8. Okay, and that gives you a weight of 980 newtons. So our known variables, we know mass, we know weight, and we also know tension was given to us. Tension in the rope is positive 3,280 newtons. All right, so step 3 is solving for your missing variable. All right, you're always going to use net force equals ma, Newton's second law. Okay, we don't know what the net force is yet. We know the 2 opposing forces, so we need to take those and solve for net force. Because these 2 forces are working against each other, you want to subtract them to find the net force. So 3,280 minus 980 gives us a net force of 2,300 newtons. Okay, that's our net force. And then we know the mass. The mass was 100 kilograms, and we're trying to find what the acceleration is. What is the acceleration of the piano? So now we just need to divide out the mass, divide by 100, and solve for A. A is 23 meters per second squared. And then you can think about what direction the piano is moving. So go back to your free body diagram and look at whatever force is bigger. Tension is the bigger force. So the piano is accelerating upward. It's a positive acceleration. All right, so there's your answer. It says, give your numerical answer, round to the nearest hundredths, and don't put the unit. So in the answer, you wouldn't put the direction or the unit. You would just enter it as 23. Okay, you could also enter it as 23.0. It would count both of those as correct. Okay, there's your answer for number 1.